7 times. Cool. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, halfway down its body, as the rain hits it, specifically where the rain hits it, it becomes invisible. So when it is standing in rain, it is invisible. You can only see its head, and as it pokes its head out, you hear the same "Help! Please, help! It's got me! You've got to come get me!" As it just holds its mouth open, you can see its little tongue ululating in there to make the sounds to bait you into coming and finding it. And we pick up immediately right after that. I believe there was a tiny skosh of roleplay in the chat. Do you want to redo that one? Yeah, go ahead. Just toss it out here for us.
Eureka will just look at the parts of the group that are here, and this is the second, not the fight, but the choice. If we strike now, fully together. If we wait, we will let this moment pass and seek another. The moment we stand, or let the moment go.
Choice? What? Feathers, what choice? You think staying and fighting something that slaughtered an entire aspirant trial is a choice? No, there's no choice here. The only choice here is that the creature choosing which of us it kills as we run. Well, maybe not. Ren turns toward the cat and he slowly kind of drags his dagger back out of his sheath. You need to lead them out of here. I'll buy you time, as much as I can. Just don't argue with me, please. Just, for once, listen. Oh, God. Red kind of nods and with a tight glare, he starts walking towards the terror. So I'm going to take my movement in that direction. Oh, it moved my map. Oh, sad.
We hear the audio of you like walking through the water, the pulling your boots up out of the muddy just flooded terrain here. And as the Pluvial Terror sees you coming, it has that sort of like the head doesn't move, but the body moves behind it. And as it walks into the rain, you just see it like it becomes completely invisible as it is now fully immersed in rain. What is everybody? I think. Yeah, let me not bury the lead there. I'm just gonna let it be quiet.
Eureka will hesitate a moment, not really knowing if he's going to let Ren walk towards this thing alone or if he's going to try and fight with him.
Feathers, take Phoenix, get back. If we run together, we're only going to lead it to 2-3 sick people and a grandmother with a stick. One of us has to draw it off.
Guchamog is there, right?
He is. He had previously been up in this farther area up here, trying to grab the decoder, and then you time rewound, and he was about to kill the thing, and it wasn't there anymore. So he'll come running back over, getting back next to Ren. All right, are we just making we're making a fucking run for it?
The three of you and the cat head slightly north and then west back to the skiff.
All right. And he'll grab Phoenix and Mr. Body and just like, move like a tactical push. Not like he's actually carrying you. He's just like shaking you out of your freeze and moving you that direction.
The cat is going to try to track the terror.
Excellent. Have the cat. The cat's been chasing this thing for a while, so I think the cat is a little bit better at this because they've been the whole time you were over here doing this, it was doing that. It doesn't have any form of blind sight. Why don't you roll a just general wisdom because it's an NPC, it doesn't have perception. Just roll the wisdom, or d20 plus 1. 16. Nice. This, you can tell it's being very careful not to step in the water, because the water, obviously, even if it is invisible, will run down and there'll be a little hole. So the cat can tell that it is standing on this chunk of land here. And now that the cat is a little bit more aware of like its general idea, it can see the outline as the rain runs down its back. So the cat can see that it is standing here just in like crouched, like it's watching what's going on. And you all can still hear sort of the, please, I've lost a lot of blood. Please hurry.
I'm just gonna move a little bit closer just to get on that next little island.
Yeah.
Still knife out, still scanning, and then the cat can kind of head, I think it's 30, to meet the other group.
Okay. Eureka, are you heading out with the others?
Slowly starting to go that way, yes.
All right.
If need be, trying to jump up to a tree and try and look back, but still going with them.
Yeah, it's a heavy, at this point, I described previously as like the sky has gone bruised plum. It is still a very heavy torrential downpour. The wind is just ripping through the scene. So, any sort of, if you've ever seen the weather reporter standing on the beach getting blown sideways, it's that kind of thing, while also having a dinosaur. So it's kind of like a scene out of Jurassic Park. And Ren, you hear very close to you, almost like a whisper. Somehow, it's like a stage whisper. You can hear it from 10, 15 feet away. And as it gets closer, you hear this like, please, won't you just help me? As it gets very close to you. Once it gets within 10 feet, you can see it. As it is no longer invisible to you. The rest of you out there cannot see it, as it has to be, there you go. It does have to be within 10 feet for its active camouflage, its passive camouflage, to be rendered useless. But again, you just see its head, kind of like it's peering its head through a curtain. You just see the head as it comes within that 10 feet distance, where it's like, please.
Is its attention focused on me?
Solely. It's just looking at you and kind of like...
Quickly, all of you west. Now. As fast as you can. And the cat is going to kind of lead the group, kind of once it's walked, a little bit enough to get their attention, go back the other distance, just to kind of give the group a lead, if that makes sense.
What are the rest of you doing at this time?
I'm still moving forward, but trying to make sure, there's nothing right here behind us. Because you said Guchamog's kind of carrying or pushing Phoenix.
Yeah, he's doing less of it now, as Mr. Body would have like given Phoenix the bridle carry or the backpack carry, leading Phoenix out of the way. Guchamog was kind of just doing like the initial, okay, let's get over the shock of how scary this is and let's get going. As we zoom in here, we see Ren and this beast face to face. Does it look like, I'm imagining the Chris Pratt holding off Blue in Jurassic World, where he's like, stay, hold.
Yeah, literally just searching for it.
Nice.
Yeah, the dagger's out in front of him, looking as awkward as usual.
Yeah, and it paces back and forth, and now you can see it because it's within this 10-foot radius of you. And it just sort of like, as long as you're watching this, it kind of just walks around you, gets different. It's like it's pacing. Never takes its head off you. So like when it walks this way, it's looking this way. Then it turns and it walks this way and looks at you this way. Like it's just pacing back and forth, kind of like sizing you up. How long does a stalemate hold? I mean, your group can as long as you're holding its attention, your group can kind of leave unhindered.
Is Yoriko going with him? Can I tell?
You going with him, Malcolm?
Like if I look back over my shoulder? Yeah. Okay.
I just got a question about one of my spells. I just sent it to you because I didn't want to interrupt everyone.
No, please.
I can't.
This is D&D. Interrupt.
Oh, yeah, feel free.
Well, I just wanted to know if it would even be possible to use. That's why I was just sending you a message.
You're good.
Just because I can't check.
We're all about learning D&D here. Let me look for the spell. And it does say one creature that you can see, so you would have to see it to cast it, but you could try to make a perception check in all of this because you're not the center of its attention. It's possible that you could try to perceive it, again being it's invisible outside of 10 feet, so I guess technically you wouldn't be able to see it. Do you want to try to sneak up behind it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Everyone seems to be holding its attention and talking and fighting with each other. It's enough of a distraction.
I'm slowly circling it to put myself between the group and it, like still with the hand out, still holding the dagger, just kind of that slow, kind of as it was pacing. I'm just kind of half circling around it, just to put myself between us. That's all.
You have that sort of standoff. I will say
like 1 foot over the other, cross foot walk across.
Exactly.
Keeping faced. Yeah.
If this is Dragon Ball Z, it'd be 4 episodes of this. If it was Yu Yu Hakusho, it'd be 3 episodes of this. If it was One Piece, it'd be an entire season. I've never watched One Piece. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, Phoenix, why don't you roll? Why don't you? You can't roll. I'll roll stealth for you.
I can't roll.
Why don't you pick
roll?
Pick a number between 1 and 20, Phoenix. That'll be how we roll for your stealth.
5,000.
That's not between 1 and 20.
It could be.
So I rolled you a 13. Well, technically I rolled you a 14. You have a negative dexterity. Ren, your passive perception, I believe, is higher than that. No, it's not. Your passive is 11. So you do not hear Phoenix as he is coming up behind you, as Mr. Body and Phoenix are coming up behind you. Phoenix, as you get close enough to where Ren is, the beast is looking at Ren, and I think what gives it away, Ren, is as you're looking at it, it's been locking eyes to you this whole time, and for once, its head is pointed at you, but you notice its eyes flit like this, like it's not looking where it's looking anymore.
Yeah, so I'll look over my shoulder.
You see Phoenix and Mr. Body holding up Phoenix. As Phoenix, you summon...
I don't know if you take Mr. Body with. He would have probably left Mr. Body to try and make it look like he was still.
Oh, perfect.
Back there.
Thank you. Good clarification. As you summon up this spell, what is it? I guess we've previously flavored your spells as potion bottles. As you snuck up behind Ren, what does your casting look like here?
Well, again, he'll take out a bottle and think, since he's close enough, I think he's going to splash into the creature's eyes.
So you come up, and as we see this in hyper slow motion, as Ren turns to be like, "What are you?" And the creature coats over the creature's face and eyes. At which point, it doesn't scream in the voice of your fallen comrade. It screams in a very guttural, dinosaur-y voice, and rolls a 10 on its constitution as it lunges out at Phoenix. As you're the first one to make action. Ren has been very smart about this. Ren has been very okay, I'm Crocodile Dundee. I'm moving very slow around the animal. I'm not going to startle the animal. And Ren comes up, yeah, throws a milkshake on the gas station attendant. The creature is going to try to lunge out at Phoenix because you're the one who moved the most startling here. It does have disadvantage because it is blinded. So disadvantage and a claw. A 19 does hit. So as you splash your thing into this thing's face, you're going to take a little bit of slashing damage here. 9, which just barely eats through your temp HP. Well.
Yeah, with that, he's gonna look up at Ren. Is like, there you go, level the playing field a bit.
I'm gonna reload my Roll20 because although when I type it into your token, it changes on your sheet. It doesn't reflect on the token for me, and that's bothersome. There we go. That works better. Cool. Okay. So with that, Ren, this creature loses all calmness and all like tactile. It has become aggravated and like very irritable as it begins to lunge and lash and move around the area. The quiet tenseness of this erupts into straight up conflict.
Yeah, so Ren sees Fenix get swiped and sees the blood and kind of puts one hand on them and pushes them behind him, and you see him like scream out no, and out of his back these little black nodes emerge, and they start to like click bone pieces into shape until out of his back is a completely skinless, featherless, muscleless pair of wings, and his eyes have gone completely pupilled out black. And so he can't see any of this. He's just kind of reacted, and he's got his hand held out, and it's going to create a 10-foot radius of fear in front of him. So it's a 15 saving throw for charisma. For friend.
For friend. I don't think it's friend.
No, for the frightened condition.
Oh, okay. I thought they said for friend, and I'm like, it's not a friend, but I like your optimism there. Charisma saving throw.
Yes.
12. It fails the charisma saving throw. So it is now frightened and blinded. Does it have immunity? Okay. Cool. So you let out. We see this like I still haven't seen Stranger Things, but I've seen the memes about Stranger Things and the people who are like Vecna got me and like they twitch their arm all weird like. We see these two little black nodules come out and it's like.
Yeah, you see bones start to attach to each other like connecting little clicking shapes until they click all the way out into a full spread boneless or skinless, featherless pair of wings off his back.
Does the cat respond to this at all? Because this would be the cat's first instance of this.
The cat actually smiles completely knowingly if you're looking. Like,
nice. So we, the audience, get a small peek that the cat sees the timeline, the appropriateness of this. Well, this creature is going to go. It is both. It is acting strangely, while also being entirely blind, and is going to just kind of like dash this way, run this way. It just begins to frantically kind of like move around. But as soon as it gets outside of 10 feet, you lose sight of it. So you just hear it, and it's like, help me, please. Oh God, it's got me. It's just like, it's yelling these things from voices that it has captured, but it is trying to run around. And as soon as it gets out of 10 feet, you can't see its location anymore. How long does blindness last? Details. Spell details. 1 minute. How long does frightened last?
Same. I think I'm looking at it.
That means we have 1 minute to fuck off.
Yeah. Ren's immediately going to turn and like sprint at the group and scoop up Fenix like a child who's run into the street, and just scream run. And unconsciously, I'm going to trigger Expeditious Retreat.
Nice.
And start sprinting at a full 90 feet per turn.
Nice. We hear this, so we see this scene Ren and Phoenix fleeing from, I mean, literal the mouth of death. And you can hear, like, on one side, you hear the cries of your druid friend who's like begging for play. Where are you going? Please stop! Come back! Meanwhile, you hear like the gruff voice of your dwarf fighter who was with you guys. He was like kind of your shield pauldron man, and he's, oh, I've got it. Oh, come back, I've got it. If you just help me, I can finish it. So you hear these voices coming from behind you everywhere. And it feels like for that whole minute, you're counting down. You're like, 57, 56, 55. And you're just running as fast as you freaking can. Are you following the same path back to the skiff in the trees? Or are you taking a different path through the woods? Jungle.
I'm running the same path back, knowing that it's blind and at least afraid for, or knowing that's blind for some time. I guess I don't really know that it's afraid.
Yeah.
I know that it ran off for a second.
It's hard to discern fear effects, and I'm going to do a better job this campaign of not revealing that. Cool. I shouldn't have revealed the blindness, but I did, and I beat myself up for it later. All right. Well, with that, we have this very heated. Why don't you? Because Yariko can't fly presently. He can, but he'd have to come down. So he can only fly. What's your fly speed? 30? You could only fly up 30 and then dash back down. Otherwise, you're going to plummet out of the sky at the end of your fly speed. So finding the path is really difficult, especially in the rain. We're going to do one check, and it's not a pass-fail. It's just a matter of we want to see how successful are you in finding the path? How successful are you at getting back to the skiff? It's not pass-fail. It's more of a gradient here. Who is leading this survival tracking back to the skiff?
I would say initially Guchamog would just be leading forward, but at some point I would start flying ahead, realizing that there was nothing behind us.
Guchamog is the man who finds the path, and he is very successful. Guchamog seems to have woken up in his mentorship, his patronship of you all, and is just like full-on protect mode. So he grabs you and pushes you down into the path. You notice you're going into the same thickets. The whole time you think you're hearing, and then you probably are hearing the screams of help coming from the side, the screams of like, we've got it. It's just trying every trick it can. And you do hear it as it like bursts through thicket and thorn, tree branches and vines. You hear it just like it is not being careful at all until about 15 minutes into your hasty retreat, you stop hearing it. You stop hearing the sounds of crying for help. You stop hearing the sounds of it crashing through the woods. You kind of everything. Oops, froze the. You continue sprinting. I just rather give me flavor for how you're retreating.
How far was the skiff from where we ended up?
About an hour and 15 at a slow pace, maybe about 45 minutes or 30 minutes at a fast pace. You can't really go twice as fast because it's
Sure. It's only an hour. I'm trying to get it last. Mine only lasts 10 minutes anyway. As we slow down, I'm gonna hand Phoenix back to Mr. Body and then dress the wound. So I'll use one roll of battle medic. So if Phoenix, you want to roll one hit die and add 5 to it, you can get health back.
9. Cool.
That should even out the damage.
Yeah, that is full health. Excellent. So your retreat is hasty and thankfully very well intended. You find the exact path you need to find. You get exactly out of there. We kind of like fade out of our watching your group retreat in a haste, and again the immediate threat of this thing is gone, but you still very much have like the thriller aspect of, not thriller the song, thriller the genre of, it's there, you've seen it now, you've seen yourself lose track of it. Like, Ren, you were following it when it was in the thicket and it was covered by the rain, and then as soon as it walked out of the thicket, you couldn't see it anymore. You're like, oh, where? And then, like, as it got close enough to you, it's like watching it walk out of a doorway 10 feet away from you. You didn't see it in between the thicket and you, and then it just appeared. So you have that, like, it could be 11 feet away from you right now. You would have no idea if it was 11 or more feet away from you. So it is that hangs in the air. It's very tangible. Meanwhile, we go back to Lorelei, Sage, Jakob, and Lady Mirabelle. And Lady Mirabelle is actually a very vigilant watchkeep. She is in this skiff and is kind of like, much like kids who, when they're playing like softball or baseball or whatever, and they're in the outfield and they're like picking 4-leaf clovers. She's like absentmindedly following the maze on the skiff, because we previously talked about the railing on the skiff has these very intricately and intentionally carved maze motifs. So she is tracing the maze kind of around the corner as she gets to a dead end, and that's probably where we fade back in on her. We see her finger going around, and then she gets to a dead end and she's like, oh bother, another dead end. And she just kind of like ponders it for a second. She looks at Sage and she's like, oh dearie, and she'll like cover her up with a blanket, turn to look at Jakob, who's just like asleep. Then looks at Lorelei and sees that there's a little bit of life come to Lorelei's face. Like the green has returned. You're not quite as pallid anymore. Oh, dear, are you feeling much better?
I suppose. What happened exactly?
Oh, well, it was all a bit of a rush. Dear, you were not feeling so well when we woke up. I thought it might have been what that medic man cooked for breakfast, but then I realized the rest of us had it too, and we didn't have the same reaction as you. But you and Sage there, you woke up feeling so lousy. And then we had to move, what with the flood coming, and so we picked you up and we moved you, and then they found this boat, and then they lifted you up in the boat, and then you just took a nice little nap. Oh, and they found a dead person, and they chased the dead person's tracks through the woods, and they haven't come back yet. And that was about 2 hours ago.
Okay, I feel like I could throw up maybe one more time, but, are dead people more dead people?
Oh, no, not that kind. Well, they did have the little weird one, the small lad, the one who is very clearly a necromancer, but doesn't want to be a necromancer in public, or doesn't. Yeah, that one. He took one of the barnacles from the boat that killed your dwarf friend, and they were looking at the barnacle, but this had nothing to do with that. But he does have one of those. Yes, and they found, and like she'll just point over, like just on the outside of the skiff. You know, if you look down, there's like a 12-foot drop because the water's kind of like receding a little bit. If you just look down there, there's one of those flamey fist people. And he oh, don't fall out. And she like grabs the back of your shirt. Don't fall out, dear. It's yes. Well, it looks like he got cut open by a rather large claw. So they were going to go try to find one of those big balls. They're going to go try to find some big black balls that go on the back of the boat. And so they follow the dead person. They think that maybe the dino took them, and then, well, that's pretty much all I know now.
I feel like I've missed so much.
Yeah, well,
They've only been out for half a day.
Really only about 3 hours or so. Not even quite half a day yet.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. But you're looking much better, dear.
Thank you. I think I'm just going to lay back down for a little bit while we wait for them.
Do you want some jerky? I've found that the wild woman's jerky clears my stomach out quite well. No, okay. Well, she'll pull out like a D&D equivalent of a Werther's original. I found that a little bit of hard candy can take the edge off. Would you like some hard candy?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, goes really well with some oil of wakefulness. She hands it, like, puts it into your open palm, and she's like, just kidding, dearie. I'm just kidding. It would go terrible with wakefulness.
I'm never gonna live that down, am I?
Nope, not quite, but it's okay. It's all no harm, no foul, dearie. I'll just work with the Bank of Ogma when I get back home, and they'll help us out. And it's
To repay you, I promise.
never mind it, dear. You said something about whenever you get back to Nyanzaru that we can work with whatever connections you have, I'm sure.
Yeah, trust me, please. Trust me.
Dear, I don't even know you. I know you are Lorelei M, but I don't know your family. I don't know your history, your titles. I don't know anything about you, but you're asking me to trust you. Sure, dear. I trust you should get some rest. And she'll pull out her she has like a wand, like a legit Harry Potter wand. And she's like, I've got it from here. Get some rest.
Okay, thank you.
And it's about this time.
A rollback.
Yeah. Do you need some help? I have a little nappy nap spell. Not in the same way that your friend offers to knock you out, but I could just give you a little bit of the sleepy sleep. Boop. No, okay.
All right.
Okay, quite. And it's about this time as she's offering to like boop you with her wand that you hear like the crashing through the thicket of your friends coming back. Like they spill into the clearing here about maybe 15, 20, 30 feet away from your boat down and across. As you see the skiff, it is higher than it was before, but the path to get there is still relatively easy because there's a collection of routes that you can climb, and think of it like Tarzan. You can climb upwards into this relative cupping of the roots that your skiff is sitting in. She's like, you hear, oh hells! As three magic missiles come flaring out of Lady Mirabelle's wand and hit the first person in line. You had said previously that it was that it was Guchamog, but Yariko was going to take over flying ahead. Do you think you would be... So you walk into the room, into the clearing, taking three magic missile darts worth of roll 3d4 plus 3. Because magic missile don't miss. So you take 12 magic missile into your whatever the leading part of your anatomy is. Oh, dear, your friends are back. One of them got hurt, but they're okay, dear.
You see,
Well, we lost Yargo.
Gone.
you see Ren walk over to Yariko and start like bandaging him up while glaring at crazy grandma with a wand.
Sorry. She like tucks it away inside her overcoat. Yeah, get the merchant boy, get the rope. And Jakob will like throw the rope over for you to scramble up into the skiff. They like do their best they offer their hands out to pull you up teamwork wise.
Yeah, one by one we'll climb up with Ren going last with kind of his looking behind him.
Yeah, you look behind and you swear you see in the flash of lightning and the light of everything, you swear you see two eyes just watching you from the border of the clearing. And another flash of lightning and it's gone. It's very typical like thriller. The monster is just on the outside of your perception. But it never seems to break the edge coming into the clearing here.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I hate this jungle.
Everybody's able to scramble up back into the skiff.
Well, you're awake, and he'll Ren will walk over to Lorelei and start kind of checking, like, fingers on her pulse, checking her, her temperature, and just kind of an overall just medical inspection.
I'm awake, but what did you all do? Well,
Something very stupid. Shocking,
Oh,
I know.
nothing much. We're all fine. Everything's fine. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, okay.
we've really got to stop with the stupid. It's not working for us.
Not sure we have another setting, but sure. And he's gonna kind of, once he's checked foreheads and everything, and even made her a little cup of something, he's gonna walk over to Sage, who is clearly still out, and kind of do the same thing. Check pulse, try to see if he can feed her a bit of water and a bit of medicine just to alleviate whatever she's dealing with.
Her fever seems to be breaking. She seems to just kind of be in that like post-fever delirium or post-fever like body aches. Because again, you're a general medic, so these types of things are easy for you to sort of diagnose and feel out. So yeah, she's doing better for sure.
Lorelai, what did you eat or drink or do before you... Do you remember what... Did you... Sage, I assume, licked a tree. I don't... But you don't strike me as someone to do something as insane.
No, not normally, no.
Okay.
Honestly, the last thing I remember is Yoriko talking about losing time, or a feather, or something, and I was going to respond, and that's all I recall. I'm so sorry.
Were you anywhere near the river?
One point, I do believe, before we broke down set up camp, I suppose, I was with Yoriko by the headless something or other, and there was very toxic water, but I didn't touch it. I don't think. I've tried really hard to stop touching things.
It would be in character for you to have touched it.
I've tried really hard to stop touching things.
I'm working on it.
You may or may not have touched something you're not supposed to. Sage most definitely touched something she wasn't supposed to.
Yes, probably.
Well, during your brief nap, we believe the undead may have some casual result of this toxin, disease, whatever's in the river, so maybe avoid it a little better next time. Just a thought.
The undead? What do you mean by that?
Well, I'll leave the little one to explain a little better. Care to, Phoenix?
What?
Tell your friend about your barnacle in the water.
Oh, she knows about that.
She knows
She
that.
like the one to touch the barnacle in the first place.
Yes,
Just
but the little things coming out of the barnacle that look
there's
like...
things coming out of it.
Correct. No, sit down. Sit down. Out of the back of it, whatever it attached itself to has residues of the whatever's in that water. And
Alex is gonna be a dick and shove the jar in her face that has the barnacle.
that tracks.
As the barnacle gets closer to you in the jar, it just appears to be an inert barnacle laying in the jar. Underneath it, you see natural ciliae and microphilia. You see like whatever you would like the type of the little phalanges that would grab onto a thing. It just appears to be a nasty kind of warty barnacle inside the glass jar.
Guess you have to touch it again.
Oh, good. Yeah, let's... Sure.
Well, I'm told not to touch things anymore, but that's fairly normal for a barnacle. Just FYI.
Yes, well, try to touch it.
Can I?
Phoenix. Oh, God.
Well, she's not gonna see if she doesn't try to touch it.
Can it not be the one who was just recently sick touching it?
Why would we do that?
I touched it before, if that helps. I was fine then.
Exactly. You just shouldn't eat it.
You two
Probably.
do whatever you want. I'm gonna walk over to the side of the ship and pull out my unstrap my bed pack and start shifting through it for about a minute. That's my little ritual. So it's just gonna reorganize and try to OCD my little bag.
Lorelei with very little convincing, since she's been told she can touch it.
Yeah.
Stick some finger right in there.
Yeah, for theatrical purpose, when you stick your finger in, the barnacle is like, face down, ciliate down, and as you nothing happens, and then as you shake the jar and it goes feet up. When you get closer to it, it's very much like those worms that come up out of the beach, in those viral TikTok videos. You see the little ciliate come up out of the barnacle, and they're just swimming through the air to try to get to your finger. As you come down, you're about to touch the barnacle, and then you have this, and then each one of those tendrils, as you're looking closer to it, because you've got the jar here, and you're like, oh, look at this. You see each one of those has that red, bloody, oily substance running down the tendrils back into the barnacle. It's a natural secretion for that type of thing.
And this, Phoenix, this is when you got off the side of the boat, or this is when you just fell?
Well, it's when I got off the side of the boat. You think I'd be going into the water by myself? You think I'm as stupid as you?
No, but you might have sent Mr. Body.
I'm not risking Mr. Body for that.
Why not? It's what he's built for, isn't it?
Of course
I'm
not.
sorry.
He carries my stuff.
Built? You said built?
No, sorry, it's
Yeah,
a
that's
turn of
exactly what
phrase.
you said.
Shit.
You built a person?
As one does, you train them up, you build them to be that job.
Insight check.
My personal,
but I'm definitely
my personal preference for DMing party PvP insight. You decide whether your character would believe that or not. Again, you decide, because if we get into the point where we need to do PvP deception checks, we will. But you decide, Kestrel. For the sake of role play, you have the power to believe whether that is true or not.
Fennec is absolutely going to say, you're terrible at lying, just to make things...
It's not more whether I know it's a lie, but is it a malicious one?
Okay.
I guess is more what I mean.
Yeah.
I know she's lying, but is she trying to just prevent a fight? Is she hiding something awful? That kind of insight, not more. Yeah.
No.
I'm not.
Lorelei.
Is how you've already threatened against Phoenix. I am trying to just keep the peace.
I think it was a threat by omission, really. I don't think it was a direct threat, but yeah, no, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Lorelei, as a floral genasi, has a flaw. And Ren, you may not have been prone to this yet, or you may not have been exposed to this yet because we've kind of been action-packed. One of Lorelei's flaws, one is that they give off a scent of spring, which means that they give off this floral scent all the time. That's not the one that's important right now. The one that's important right now is called Bloomtell. And Bloomtell is a feature that they sprout blooms from their hair that give off their emotion. They are color-coded with emotions. Now, Ren probably wouldn't have had time to track red means, yellow means, blue is meaning. But that doesn't mean that the flowers aren't blooming. So, Lorelei, what color are your flowers at this time?
So many colors. There's a little bit of yellow. There's a little bit of probably a pale red, or a pale red. And just a hint of, I would say, orange, if that's the correct color. I can't quite remember, but I believe that's right.
Sure.
So kind of
a little
Yellow, red, orange.
little plume of this summer appearance of reds and oranges and pale sort of pastels. Yeah, and it's like you notice that Ren can notice this right away. As the emotion gets stronger, the flowers bloom faster, and they just seem to be like falling out of the hair at a steady rate. They're littering the bottom of the skiff that you're in. Thankfully, the skiff has holes, so they're like falling through the skiff onto the jungle floor below.
You see a shake of the head, a sigh, and then he just returns to his bag. Just do your job, do your job, do your job, do your job, do your job. And then
I think he may be losing his mind. Let me add that to the notes.
Lady Mirabelle looks at Eureka and she's like, I mean, they named him Mr. Body. I pretty much figured it out. And as soon as I met you all and you said his name was Mr. Body, it didn't take much.
I am 100% looking at the cipher, not paying attention at all.
Oh,
I haven't paid
yeah.
attention to any of this.
Good call as you bring us back in. Back into the
Yeah,
moment
I'll
here.
have my wings up so like it's not getting wet.
Yeah. As you're looking at this cipher, yeah, you have the two pieces put together now. Why don't you tell us about like what you're doing to? Are you fidgeting with it? Are you trying to solve it? Are you using it? Tell us about as the camera pans off of that emotional, the heavy moment, and we kind of get to Lady Mirabelle joking with you, and she sees that you're not engaging with her at all because you're doing something. What is the something you're doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how it goes together to get this full thing, like doing the full bird head tilt, like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead, Ren.
the cat is on Yariko's shoulders, mimicking like all the head tilts like perfectly, like almost like studying with and like doing the exact same thing and like reading it and trying to sort it out as well. Like it looks like this adorable little like combo of like two little creatures staring at a puzzle.
Nice. It's one of those videos where they all sit in the staircase and they do the synchronized head bobbing. I like it. Perfect. Well, why don't you, as you're fidgeting with this decoder, this encryptor here, why don't you give us an investigation, as that's kind of like your just general logic check on this thing.
You can add a D4.
Ooh. Magical cunning. Cool. Oh, sorry. That's unrelated to that.
Well, just guidance because it's on his shoulder, but actually you can add another +2 if it helps, if you need it.
Oh, no. 17. With a 17, you kind of like the decoder ring itself looks, the decoder tube itself looks completely like nonsensical until you're like, why don't I try Sunset Petal? Like the name of the project on the burned leather folio. You can tell that somebody definitely tried to burn the leather folio and failed because they were attacked in doing so, and the rain washed it and stopped it from being from fully like, you know, getting destroyed. And you are able to translate the first directive there, called Directive 1, the Leviathan. And I'm going to put this in chat, and I'm just going to read it because sometimes it doesn't go through perfectly. So you know what? I'm just going to type it there, and you can translate it because there's no sense in the voice of God reading it out loud. But you were able to translate this out of that first directive with your 17.
So I would say they're still in the middle of that, like, you know, deep conversation where Lorelai's just, and I'll walk over and like, hi, I really need someone smarter than me to look at this, and I'll just push it into her face, even though she's like doing something else. Whatever I have right now is more important. And I'll turn and give this to you. I think I solved this.
Ren looks up, sees a commotion, hears the word "smarter than me," and goes back to doing what he's doing. He's not needed here. Then that's
Yeah, Lorelei, I'll take it. And what is this exactly? One more time. I'm sorry. I've been very out of it.
Well, we found that part in the boat, and
Right.
we figured that there would need to be somewhere else, but then the dinosaur tried to take it, and it did take it until I was like, not this moment, and then I took it before he did, even though he had already taken it. It was really fun.
that part was super cool, actually. And I'll go back to.
I feel like I've missed so much. So, the dinosaur wanted this.
It was running away, and it went specially for this. And now it's talking about the beast and merchant prince. See?
Uchmog like perks up at the mention of the merchant prince. The merchant prince, like the Nyanzaru merchant prince?
I don't know any other. I don't think this is good.
No, it is not. If I can deduce for a moment, purely a moment, I mean, I could be very wrong here, I'm out of it still. It sounds like, or reads like, that, well, they're trying to put Aramog to sleep. The turtle, the tortoise thing.
Dragon turtle, yeah.
Very scary. Yes, thank you, Kushimo. Very scary thing. It sounds like they're trying to put it to sleep by having livestock or offerings, if you will, laden with this deep slumber slurry, and it sounds like they're trying, I don't know, to attack, quite possibly, or something. I mean, it's not good. Any way you round out that square, it's not good. It's not good.
Flowers, you must really be feeling sick. Squares isn't round.
No, but when someone tries to make a square round, it's never a good thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you think you could figure out the other ones? I think I just got lucky with this first one. I'm not very smart. I'm not dumb, but...
I could certainly try. Wouldn't hurt.
So you said them dinos took this thing, and what else did they take? Oh wait, I was there. the orbs. My bad. That's my bad. He was there. yeah. I think that bigger dino was holding them like maybe you thought it was. Sometimes dragons will take other dragons' eggs. That's kind of like a big fuck you. So it could have been one of them things where maybe this dino took the rival eggs.
What are these orbs exactly?
Oh, medic boy. You picked him up, right?
They work the ship. There's holes in the back of the ship. These go in. They'll make this useful, actually.
What does that mean? They work the ship.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know how I know that, and the cat won't talk.
The cat looks exceptionally pleased, just like.
So
Can I do some kind of like history check or something, like investigation check maybe, to just kind of like take a second and look at him and see if
I'll hand
recall.
Absolutely, you being the well-read book nerd that you are. I think it would make sense that you would try to read up or remember if you had read anything on these Star Cores. He hasn't said Star Cores yet, so that's not helpful for you. A 10. You've heard of a number of different devices that have a focus. Specifically, like there are, what he's describing is very akin to oh my god, what are they called? Githyanki, and they travel like the astral sea on these boats that have a helm. That the helm is an actual magic item that is attuned to the boat itself, and that by activating that, the boat gains a sort of otherworldly intelligence, and it can drive itself. It can create different things like an environmental shield for you to travel the boat on through the astral sea. Like, it sounds a lot like that. I keep forgetting the name of these boats.
So more or less, I would understand that, like, if we were to insert them, the boat would take us where it wants to go.
Not so much that it wants to go, but like they are a thing that binds to a ship. And again, okay. 10 is average knowledge, right? Like 10 is the average score here. And so like you have the ability. I can't remember the call. Gosh darn it! There's like Strixhaven.
Spelljammers?
Thank you, spelljammers. That's the word I'm looking for. So Lorelei would 100% know what a spelljammer is. It's a spaceship, and the spaceship has a specific object. Most of the time, it's a helm, but it doesn't have to be. You could make any single object be a spelljammer that runs the helm of the ship. These sound like the ignition. Whatever this boat is supposed to do, if it's supposed to have laser cannons, if it's supposed to fly, if it's supposed to repair itself or have sentience, these things are going to turn it on. Beyond that, you probably can't remember a specific boat you read about, or a book you read about. These look like bocce balls. They're like a boat softball size. They have perfect concentric rings, but those rings are etched with connections between them, so it looks like a giant maze on the outside of it.
Okay. I mean, at this point, if we're trying to get out of here, I think it's safe enough to say just put them in. Insert them.
Well,
do the things.
Over here. And I'll walk over to the back and kind of like lean my head over and go ahead.
Oh, I'm allowed to touch them.
The balls?
Yeah, I wouldn't let her touch them.
Shit.
Could go terribly wrong.
Well, one of you sold it out.
Also go terribly right. I'm just saying. As the
just
one here who kind of knows. Just let me touch the balls. Please.
Lady Maribel has like a massive smile, and she's like, I remember back in the seminary when
Shut it, Grandma. No, absolutely not. There's enough sick people on this boat. No. If you want to look at the items, and he'll look over at the lady as he does not intentionally say balls, and see if they fit in this space, and you think it can work. Just maybe do a bit of examining first before you, and he looks over at Kerm again, shove them in. Shut it. And goes back to Lorelei. Just... Oh, God.
She takes out a kerchief. She takes out a kerchief and literally fans herself. Oh, my. Oh, my. Shove them right in. She's just like beside herself, giddy with the immaturity of it all.
It's like being back in camp with toddlers. I just, okay, here they're yours. And he just kind of pushes them at Lorelei and he goes back and sits down.
Oh, they're quite a handful.
Uh,
And then now, I'll go to the back of the boat and start fitting them right in.
Yeah. So they... it's like fitting a screw into a hole. You have to get the groove like just perfectly. And it's not, I always complain, whatever, I'm not gonna talk about it. It's hard to map the map perfectly. As you look and you pull it back out, you're like, well, that didn't do anything. And you see there's a perfect map, like maze cut into the groove of the boat and a matching embossing of the engravement on the ball itself. So it's going to take like a second to pair them up. Give me
go help her. And you see the cat run over and is just as curious, like looking over your shoulder, standing on your flowers, really, like right on your head, like looking down.
again, I'm not going to soft lock this. Like, you can't fail this, but roll either whatever you think. Impromptu skills challenge here. Whatever you think would give you, like, would you rely on your dexterity of like feeling how to turn, like, oh, that was a soft, like picking a lock almost. Would you rely on investigation or inspection of the thing to look for like a that, like when you're doing a puzzle, you find 5 pieces that touch in a corner, you're like, boom, that's the very thing. I just need to find 5. What would Lorelei rely on to put these orbs in the deck of the boat?
I mean, definitely I would say probably investigation, because she would take the time to like, oh, okay, there's this, and then like run her finger around and like try and figure stuff out.
Yeah, so it's less fine tuning. It's more like I need to identify a pattern. Yeah, roll investigation. It sounds totally like an investigation check. 16. Yeah.
Add a D4 plus 2.
Oh,
Get the whole thing.
okay.
Yeah, use the whole thing.
Okay, hold on. I know how to do this. Sort of.
I believe in you.
Most days.
Don't worry, I got this.
Nope. I messed it up already.
It's okay. The / goes first, and then R, and then space. So for those of
That sounds right.
who are watching along at home, you go / R, 1d4 plus 2, and it'll roll like so. It won't show up in chat.
Yours, yeah. We'll
But no. I'm
not gonna roll that.
No, go ahead. I was just doing it. I was doing it for.
I'm gonna roll that.
I pretend
No, I
that
know,
like
I
I'm
know,
helping
I know.
people learn how to play D&D or learning how to use Roll20 rather. So in the chat, I was like literally doing it, typing it. Oh, it didn't show up on the freaking stream because I'm not on the right page. Super helpful,
so-
Thomas.
/R 1d4, right?
/R space 1d4 plus 2. Yep.
Space. That could have been bad if I forgot that. Okay.
Uh,
I'm just so used to clicking the button and making the button do it for
yeah,
me.
you can do the button on the side. So you rolled
Oh,
1d4
no.
equals 2, which is
Equals
which is interesting because I think that's
Success.
you've shown a really cool feature there. You didn't mean to, but I bet if we rolled 10, we're learning here, folks. 10 D4, and you're looking for how many of them equal 2. It would tell you how many of them were 2. You just revealed a really cool feature that I didn't know existed in Roll20. Thank you for teaching
You're
us.
so welcome. I'm so smart.
So /R space 1d4 plus 2. There you go.
This time.
You
I
got
finally
it.
got it.
4. Excellent. So altogether, your check is a 20. Which means as you're looking over this thing, you see that like there's one centralized hub, as in like many paths go into that hub, and it has like a sort of circle where there's no paths inside of it. There are many paths that lead to that hub. And it's probably because like over the course of 10 minutes, you keep finding your way to that circle. You're like, okay, follow the maze. Hey, I'm in the circle. Okay, follow the maze. Hey, I'm in that circle again. Yeah, everything leads to this circle. That's so weird. Or everything leads out of this circle. I don't know. Maybe that's the start point of the circle. And then you look down and you see that like smack dab in the very center of all of the angles, you stick the orb down in there and it goes, so it like sucks in, and it becomes exceptionally hard to pull that orb out of the boat at that point.
Okay. And then for Ren, just so you can understand the flower situation, they're all white right now and they are going crazy. Like it's
Okay.
like so much happening, and Lorelei's face is just like, and like just yeah. So
Okay.
just FYI.
Okay.
Oh, well, isn't that good?
I'm just avoiding more crass jokes. That's all I'm doing right now. So
I
you
think
good.
I've done it. I think I figured it out. I think we can go. I think we can go.
But dear, there's always
We
2
should go.
balls. There's always 2 balls. You need to get the second one.
Right.
Yeah.
How many orbs did you give me again?
Orbs.
Just 2?
Just 2.
Hey, look, I can go without saying balls. So yeah, she puts the balls in.
Perfect. Balls. We'll just say it. Okay, all the jokes are gone. As you seat them both in. No, they're not. I know they're not. I'm the perpetrator of many of them. So like, whatever. As you seat them in, there's a sort of low resonant hum within the skiff itself, and then it just goes. It's like. Just you feel almost a weightlessness of the skiff lift up out of the tree, and then settle back down into the tree as it kind of like does nothing.
And that was after 1 or 2?
2. After 2.
Placed. Okay.
Total sidebar. This is what my kids had stuffed under my chair, and it was hanging from the seat adjuster. So every time I put my feet under my chair, I kicked it. It was super bothersome.
What?
I know you care.
Did it work? What?
I mean, is the boat not ready to go?
You look around and the boat has like previously described this as the boat has many holes and like trees have grown up through the holes and like there's just the frame of it is totally fine, but like the hull has very open visible. You can see the jungle down if you look in between them.
Is anything keeping the boat from lifting away?
No, not really. It's just like it's sitting up in the tree. No, nothing's holding it down. It's not like it's snagged on anything. I'm not gonna ding you for that.
But it lifted up and then resettled.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So it's ready to go. Minus the holes.
Well, I don't think it's going to go in the water. I think it's going to go over. So I don't think.
Then we're fine.
Okay, sure, but we're in a tree, and you don't know how to steer it.
No.
So maybe.
Is there anything that's popped up, like, on the edges where Lady Mirabelle was running her fingers? Is there anything that's, like, kind of risen up or in any way, like, look like some kind of, like, oh, press a button kind of thing?
Yeah, she kind of...
That flat surface that was in the back that could have held a map. Wasn't that the only pedestal?
Yeah, there's like a so I don't know how to describe it. If you're familiar with a stern steering boat, there's like typically you sit at the back and there's like a little handle, and then if you have a console boat, there's a console where you would put like the throttle and the steering wheel and then things like that. There is a console and it's just a flat like I don't want to say like a podium, like an altar that you would put like a book to read, you know, like an orate from. But there is like a console at the back of the boat that has an open place where you could put a book or a map or something paper on a flat surface there. Lady Mirabelle's running her fingers along the map along the maze along the outside, and she's like, no, I don't see anything that's popped up, dear. She's like spends a few minutes.
If I can detect that is somewhere I can place a map, I would go ham and start digging through my pack and pull out my map of the known Chilton coastline.
Okay.
And go put it in there and see what would happen.
Can I get you to make a charisma saving throw?
Okay.
7.
Oh.
You lay this map down, and the rest of you can see this as like there's the weave in my mind is a cross between like a gas and an electric bolt. It's very it is visual sometimes, right? And different spells access the weave differently, such as like a fireball starts as a mote of fire, like, you know, a fleck, and it flames out, and then it collects fire heat from the weave around it till it erupts in a ball of energy. The lightning spell literally grabs lightning from the air lightning bolt, whatever, and it like becomes the weave. We see the static of the weave come up out of the pedestal, and it connects with this map that you've tried to lay on there. And as your fingers are like under the map, because you can't put something down without holding it, it clips your fingers and you feel an immediate emotional rejection, like as if you've tried to make friends with somebody and they said like, I don't want to be your friend. Like, sorry, there's nothing good about you. I don't want to be your friend. As like the boat just like pushes your hands back. The map kind of like falls harmlessly onto the pedestal. But like you have been emotionally rejected by the boat.
Okay.
The rest of you don't see any of that. The only thing you see is that she tries to put it down. There's like a really quick like as the map falls onto the pedestal.
My flowers turn from white to blue instantly.
It's been a long day for you, Lorelai. I'm sorry.
And I kind of just like step back, and I'm just like, and that's all you hear.
You need help.
I do, please.
Seeing that her flowers are blue, Phoenix is going to give her water. Because that's the only way he knows how to comfort people.
Please tell me he pours it on her head.
Like a little
Oh,
watering
of course
can.
not. Not that.
Does he water her? Does he water her? Please. Or is it like, here's a cup, you can drink it?
Just shoves water down her throat.
All right.
It's a blend.
Sure.
Eureka will pat her on the back. How can I help?
I really think the map needs to go on that. Please.
Is the map still sitting there?
Yeah, when you let go of it, when you were rejected by the boat, the map just like fell because it happened as you were very close to it. So you were almost about to insert it, and then just it fell down onto the pedestal.
Attempt to put the map in.
Yeah, can I get you to make a charisma saving throw? Yeah, you get that same now for Yariko. I believe you have some racial flaws as well. I need you to look into those because I'm not sure what they are at the top off the top of my head. But
You're right.
you are. It does not like you. You feel however you want to feel. I would feel, again, this is hard to portray psychic effects without telling you, because again, I don't want to take away your character autonomy. It rejects you emotionally. At the very basest level, you have been rejected by this boat. You are not good enough.
The worst she could
Is
say
this
is
a
no.
Charisma-based skill check.
It is a charisma-based skill check. Well, it's a charisma-based saving throw, but yes, it is for that flaw. It is.
The next time I try a charisma-based check, I get disadvantage. And if anyone around me starts to receive praise or attention, I have to make a wisdom save, or I try and interpose myself to get it placed on me instead.
That tracks. What? Why are you two just put it on the pedestal?
You put it on the pedestal.
It's a map and a
It's
piece
quite
of wood.
hot. Listen to the lady.
It's hot. It's wood.
It doesn't like us.
You
know how
do
to
it then.
explain it.
Looks over to the cat. Do it then. Go ahead. See it knock you off the boat. And Ren will walk up, giving like the cat a dirty look the entire time, and just kind of take the map and place it right on.
Yeah, make a charisma saving throw for us. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I don't know if that's what you're saying, but like that's what I heard immediately in my head with your 3 notes you played.
If a 15 doesn't qualify, I'll take the +2 from the asshole cat.
It does. 15 does qualify. As you place the map down, it's not so much the map that's in the way, because the map is already on it's already on the pedestal. You're just placing your hands on it. And as you do that, you attune to this boat, as it seems to recognize that it has some form of sentience. It accepts you as its pilot.
I don't know this at all.
And as you do it, the boat lifts up very gently as you all sort of feel you're not weightless, but you feel the sensation of floating on water, despite your boat being 10 to 12 feet up in a mangrove tree. As you're just like, and then after it finishes rising and rebounding, it does settle, and it is steadily.
Oh shit.
Of course it likes him.
I don't like this.
No, but this is a good thing. This is good. You can steer it.
No. With what?
I don't know.
That's all I've done. Do you see a wheel?
Try pointing at Port Nyanzaru. There's no wrong answers here.
Pointing
We're
at
all in uncharted territory.
In which direction is that then? You tell me. Exactly. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What if you point to
Your
it on the
shoulder
map?
finger and point to it on the map.
Oh God. And he'll pull his hands off and with one finger like point right at the Port Nyanzaru, port, and just kind of flinch.
Yeah, the boat just like floats, just floats in one place. It doesn't like go off the tree. It's just there floating. You're like, there.
Okay.
It's
All
just-
right. I don't.
It was
I'm gonna
worth a
take-
shot. This is
Sure,
how science
yeah.
works. This
Yeah.
is how science works. We go until we find the answer. Hypotheses are never wrong until they're wrong, but you know, you just keep going and then you find the right answer, and it's just so great. Try
You
moving
try
your
touching the
finger around
balls.
it. Oh, might have to touch the balls. But try to
I can't touch the top and the balls at the same time. Very difficult. You can't.
You have to learn to cup them.
But look how far away they are.
Okay, with that,
They're all the way over there.
it's 9:30.
Tell you what.
We're gonna.
Try holding on and try like hold one hand on the pedestal so like you're still connected to it, and then like drag your finger from like can you see us? Is there like a dot that like indicates us?
Okay.
Can you look at the map?
So I'm going to take the map and I'm going to hand that back to Laurel.
Mhm.
And then with my hands on the pedestal, I'm actually just going to feel around for either ridges or any type of indentation. Is it flat and smooth, or do I get the sense that this is in any way?
Interestingly, it has been treated with some kind of oil, like a castor oil, or I don't know what castor oil is. It's a bad example. You know how you would treat a cutting board? Like you have to rub it with oil and then like cure it. Essentially,
Yeah.
it's been treated like that. So this thing is waterproof, more so than the rest of the boat, and like, but it doesn't appear to be space shippy in that it has like a. It has a throttle and it has like that. This is just a place to place a map. It's been treated, and it doesn't appear to have any sort of like command or anything like that. It looks like attuning to the boat caused it to levitate, and allows you to.
Just taking my hands off, make it unlevitate.
Do you expect taking your hands off to unlevitate? Big question.
Yes.
It unlevitates when you take your hands off.
And he ruined it.
Do you expect them to levitate? It does. If you expect it to levitate when you put your hands on, it levitates.
Shit. Okay, so I have to touch this the entire time. Okay, this is lovely.
Can I extrapolate that that's what's happening in any way? Like, can I discern that through like perception
Hands on this.
or anything like that?
Do you so you're reading his emotional reactions out of this. I think because you are a well-read individual, we could make you roll this, but I think you've just been exposed to enough magic items that you can intuit. Sometimes it's the intent, it's not the action. So I think so, yes. I don't want to force rolls when rolls aren't exceptionally necessary. I think you can infer that.
Okay.
So
Ren.
I'm going to spend the
Ren.
next couple of days with my hands on this stupid thing. Sure,
No,
fine.
no. Listen.
What?
I think I figured it out. It's your intention.
Believe you.
Did you expect us to fall when you touched it, or removed your hand?
Of course, I wasn't touching it. When I touched it, it lifted. When I didn't touch it, it dropped. This is,
Exactly. So just think that we're going to go forward. Trust me. Just think that we're going to go forward.
think that we're going to go forward.
Expect it. Feel it.
Feel what?
Yeah,
So-
Ren, feel
Boat's
it.
gonna move forward.
Phoenix, I swear to God. Phoenix, don't.
No. Look at me. Don't think about anyone else. Look at me.
Does anything happen as I get angry and direct my rage toward Fennec? Okay.
No, thankfully no. Yeah, one of the planks.
If it worked like you thought, this boat would have just run over Phoenix.
One of the planks
So, no, maybe you're
unbolts, snaps Phoenix in the side of the head. No.
I'm okay.
No, it has to pertain to the boat specifically. So if you just trust me, think and feel that the boat is going to move forward. Just that alone. Don't think about Phoenix. Just think about the boat.
So he's going to close his eyes and kind of just picture the boat lifting up and enough off of the tree to settle back down on the actual ground next to the tree.
Yeah, even as you are preparing to like, this is ridiculous, I'm going to do this, and it might, even as you're like, before you even get to your inner monologue, Lorelai, you see the boat lift up, he closes his eyes, and Lorelai's like honed in on him, and we're going to go to commercial. You see the boat lift up out of the mangrove just enough to get over the edge of the tree. And as it does, you feel the boat start to tip as it is no longer above the tree. It is now above open space. And you very slowly but surely descend down as if you are rolling down a ramp to the ground. It is not gentle, but it's not enough to cause you guys to make acrobatics checks or athletics checks or anything like that to keep your footing. And you arrive on the ground level of the mangrove in your boat.
How far above it are we hovering?
Inches.
Okay.
But
God, I hate work.
Ren, open your eyes. Open
Nope.
your eyes.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. If I open my eyes, we are going to slam into the ground. So, no.
And we could see where we're going. Okay. Well,
And he opens
it
his eyes.
worked.
because you expect to slam into the ground, confirmation bias.
I told you.
Maybe someone else should try to steer.
Oh,
No.
please.
No. Trust
It's all
me.
yours.
Just, no.
And he puts his hand up and he takes 2 steps away.
Yeah, the boat is already inert, so.
Go ahead.
I mean, Phoenix, if you'd like to give it a try, it couldn't hurt.
I'll try. I doubt the boat will like me.
Stoutly refusing. Give it a go.
Yeah, I guess I'll try.
Yeah. You place your hands on the console.
Yep.
Ren, do you willingly like stop communicating emotionally with this boat? Or is this more of like you're welcome to try, but it's not going to work? Like, is it a passive, you're giving up control, or are you legitimately like, I don't want this boat anymore?
He both wants to give up control and wants Phoenix to fail all at the same time. I don't know how to measure those 2 things together, but
That's
that
fair.
is...
What we're going to do is we're going to have Phoenix compete against your charisma save. So Phoenix, if you roll charisma save, if you beat the 15, your commitment to trying to, because this charisma measures like more than just your persuasiveness. Charisma is also your own belief in your convictions and things like that. That's why for paladins, it's all about conviction for them. They have to believe it. So if you believe your ability to attune to this more than Ren is kind of like tossed up in the air, you can attune to it. I would almost say you have advantage because Ren's trying to let go and also trying not to let go, but that's up to you, Phoenix. You tell me whether to roll since you can't
I'll take
roll still.
advantage, but you have to
Okay,
roll it
yeah,
still.
I'll roll it for you. So let's go advantage and charisma saving throw. Shukuk.
Rolls a 1.
15. You tie it, but in D&D, a tie keeps the status. You feel a connection to the boat, and then you get this very weird sensation where you are connected to Ren. Ren does not see this. This is not mimicked on his end, but you get a very small connection to Ren, and then like you're shunted out of both the boat and Ren, as you do not exceed his charisma saving throw. It should be charisma checks, guys, but I'm just rolling saving throws because it's more ominous. And I support
Yeah, he'll smile and
that.
look at Ren. It's like, well, it looks like someone likes his boat.
Makes big boats and he cannot lie.
I don't... Oh, God. So I have to... This thing would to go now, and you see Ren just putting both hands back on the thing, fully expecting it to lift up, and I assume it does.
It does. All about like 4 or 5 inches off off the ground. Those who are astutely looking at this would notice that it rises above the tallest blade of grass, but only enough to clear that blade of grass. So like it rises up above whatever the tallest root is. That's the thing it rises up above, and then it only misses it by about like a millimeter. So it is.
You're not very good at this.
You're lucky my hands are
Listen.
on this. You're lucky my hands. Yes.
This is amazing. You don't even
Sure.
understand.
Sure.
Can we try this one more time? Just think steady thoughts and believe that the boat
What does a
is going to
steady
move forward.
thought think?
I mean,
Just don't fuck up.
What does that even
Don't-
mean?
I'm trying to say don't think about other
Steady
things.
thoughts.
Think of making love to the boat.
Guchamog is like, oh.
It might
Every
work.
time you
Grandma,
let the
shut it.
outside world influence your mind,
So
you take away from the steadiness of the boat. Does that make sense? Like you're letting the storm of the world rock the boat. We don't want that. Focus on the boat. Does that help?
You don't want that.
Ren's gonna try to steer the boat like a little kid who just touched a controller for the first time. Like if he wants to go left, you're gonna see Ren's like whole body go left, and if he wants to go right, his whole body. And like when he wants to like pull, like he's gonna drive this thing with his hands as if he's like a little kid, like no clue. So yeah. Like when you're trying to like make it go, that's 100% how he's gonna try to drive this.
Nice.
We love that.
And he's going to try to aim it at the river where they kind of came from in that general direction. So he's like slowly doing this the entire time, and it's going where he thinks it's going to because he's doing this, like you said, causality.
Exactly. It confirms everything you believe about the boat. If you lean and move hard enough, it will do what you do. It doesn't ever careen. It doesn't even list. It's perfectly flat, much like a boat on placid water. When you want it to turn, it just does this. Like it just very slowly turns. Very.
You see him wrap around with his hand still on.
Yeah, exactly. And it does exactly what you think it will do as you slowly move your. Now we had described you guys going up off the beach by about an hour after finding that the river was flooding, so it takes you about 45 minutes. This boat is faster despite not being aggressively rowed or aggressively paddled or wind. It travels as if a team of people were rowing passively. So it's not like it's if you paddled, it would go faster, but on its own, it moves at the speed of being paddled over land. And as you get closer to the river, you could test it over the water.
Come on, Ren, let's go back in the forest. We'll get some people out. It'll be fine. That's a great idea. All right. Take a whole group.
At this point, I think it's safe to say, with how much Lorelei is shedding, there's little trails of petals coming out of the holes in the bottom of the boat.
Out of the boat.
And so it just kind of looks like kind of Peter Pan-esque.
Flower train.
Flower train. And it's just, they're all white. There's maybe like a few that are like orange and that kind of thing, but mostly white. And I'm going to turn to Ren and I'm going to say, have you thought about going faster?
He can barely do this. Leave him alone. He's doing his best.
I'm sorry. Try to think about it. You could try to go a little faster. Maybe.
Ren just took like
from him.
Ren's
You're gonna
brain
stress
just
him out.
melted because Fenix just defended him, and he's very confused. Tell you what, you asked the boat nicely how to go faster, and I'll do whatever that is. Okay, thanks. Okay, all right. Okay. And just keep. He's doing whatever.
Ren, I'm asking the boat nicely because you're connected to it. Could you go faster, please?
I'm so glad we play with cameras on because I would be missing all of the. Please.
Wonder what would happen if I just lifted one finger off. You want to guess which finger, Lorelai? You want to guess which finger? Okay. Okay, I'm fine.
Laura,
Nope.
I'm just gonna be like, I can guess, and then just go back to like the front of the boat or the bow or whatever, and just be like looking over, just like
Go fast
so freaking thrilled, like, oh my god, this is happening.
All right, this is a good place to transition. We're gonna do our fiver here, and then we'll come back as you guys are taking the boat out of the jungle back onto the beach, and we'll reconvene at that point. So give me what time is it now? It's 7 or 9:40. Let's come back at 9:45. Cool beans. Welcome back. Cool. All of that aside, nonsense. We cut back in as we have this dynamic between Lorelai and Ren. As Lorelai is trying to encourage Ren that it has nothing to do with the body, and Ren, it has everything to do with expectation. And Ren is like, "Yeah, watch this. Take my hands off, I fall. Put my hands on, I go up. Take my hands." So it's just like, shoopum, 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 as the boat like frog hops through the jungle, eventually giving up and going only back onto the belief that the boat will travel. So you're able to move this skiff across the land as you approach the beach, and you are successfully moving the boat. It is a boat big enough for about 8 people. I haven't even stopped to check how big your party is, to be honest. Phoenix, Mr. Body, Lorelei Sage, Ren, Yariko, Guchamog, Lady Mirabelle, and Jakob. You're gonna have to kill someone. Who gets voted off the island?
Jakob, goodbye. It was so nice knowing you.
I will be doing my fly thing.
I said it's big enough for
Word
8,
off.
but you could probably fit 9 in it, just not comfortably. You wouldn't want to.
Yeah, I'd be doing my fly thing to like get out of the way.
Yeah, that's fair. And anybody could walk next to the boat because the boat is not traveling fast. The boat is, moving along at a steady, unmanned rowing pace. So, well, cool. Ren, as you take the boat back closer to shore, how do we come back into the scene here? Get us back into the moment that we stepped out of.
So as we approach the actual shore when we get there, he's actually going to stop before they go over or into the water and kind of point out what has now happened to the trail of greasy, gross contaminant. Because he's looking for that. It
has reduced significantly because a large volume of water was flushed down from the Tiryiki. But as you're sitting there, because you've now lowered the skiff or stopped the skiff just short of being in the water, you do see if you look for any amount of time, you do see a very faint trail of it coming from upriver. It looks like the flushing of water, because again, a whole torrential, squall rolled in off the water and flushed, thousands of gallons of water down the river. You do see a slight tickling of that phenomena.
I'm gonna take my hands off, and I think it's gonna say that for some reason I've decided that's like the neutral button or the neutral shift on a car, so it's just gonna stay there. So I'm gonna look over the edge and call over everyone and point to where it's coming out of. So are we heading back to port? Are we following that? What do we... Because if that's causing those things, it needs to be sorted. I'm not going back in.
It definitely needs to be stopped.
It does, but should we... Is this the moment? I mean, look, we have this boat now.
Thank you.
We have this boat.
Yariko goes nuts.
Oh God.
Crap, I didn't realize what I said. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I meant that
fine. Yeah.
in this section of time.
Well, you're not helping. Just say it. It's fine.
We have too many
need to
people.
drop off the people first. I understand.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry, Yoriko's got me on this one. They're not meant to be here. They're not meant to be in this jungle. We are. We've signed up for this. We've agreed to this. They have not. We really need to get them back. And then once we
maybe take a rest in case we do another fight.
Listen, that's not a bad idea either.
And
I'm actually pretty hurt.
You think when we drive, float, sail, whatever we do, what does this thing do? Just When this thing gets back to port, you think it's not going to get taken?
Listen, I am a big fan of doing things legally. This might not be one of those times.
Oh.
And we could just hide the boat where we could
We
find
could take
it
the
later.
balls.
We could take the balls. There's so many options here, but we don't have to give this to the guilds. Like, look, I get it, I know, but there's so much to learn from this thing. There's so much we can do with this thing. They don't need it. They've got so much money and so many ways to travel. This is just they don't need it.
So we head back, stop before we get to port.
Yeah.
Hide the boat somewhere and walk the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Fellas, you good with keeping a boat from the guild?
Not their moment yet.
Goddamn moments.
Not that moment. It's ours. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel
And
so
I-
good.
personally would like to talk with someone about what happened with your dwarf friend and the hags.
Right. Pawn.
And
Yeah.
as a side note, weren't we supposed to tell them about the ripped apart bodies? But I wouldn't have known that as Eureka. My other PCs would have.
Oh, from out of character. From
Or they
what's
brought
that
us
boy's
down
name?
to. They
Yeah,
brought us down to
the dock area where we found the first ripped apart
Yeah.
body, and then
Yeah.
the guy we were supposed to be transporting back here who got ripped apart, and then we realized like, hey, might have
Yeah.
been our buddy who did that. Yeah.
You did find
Just
him down in the
Mark
dock
table,
ward.
the dwarf was you now,
Correct.
and the drow was a PC who
Left.
left.
Potato,
Got it.
yes.
Okay. The 3 NPCs who were supposed to come back, one of
Lady
them got,
Mirabelle,
and one of
Yaka,
them got tortured.
dead guy.
So there were 3. There was Malcolm's second character, who
Lasted one whole
who
session.
lasted 2 sessions. Yep, nobody remembers him. The rogue that became maggot food.
Baltor.
Valtor, kind true. So there is a tabaxi. So for Ren's, not for Ren's sake, but for your sake, Kestrel, and for anybody else, there were 3 criminals that were accused at Fort Belawarian, accused by Saphir Dwellmar, the second in command, the Blaze Saphir Dwellmar. The first in command was Blaze Liara Portier. Liara Portier got summoned to go to Baldur's Gate, so she went via boat back to Port Nyanzaru to get in a bigger boat to go over to Baldur's Gate. Saphira Dwellmar tasked the group with taking 3 prisoners from Fort Belawarian to Port Nyanzaru. She said, I don't care what happens to them. I just need, they're in my jurisdiction. I can't execute them. So if you take them outside and kill them, go right ahead. But I need them out of my thing because I would rather them die. If you want to do it properly, take them all the way back to Port Nyanzaru. That was Jakob, Valtor Kaintru, and Mara. Or no, not Mara. Can't remember the third person's name, but they were the
I think it was Mara.
Mara. They were the one that got chopped up.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, Jakob was the one that ingratiated himself to Zenthar, the drow, because he was like, yo, you're the only person who knows how to fight in this entire party. I'm hanging out with you so I don't get killed in the jungle. And then he's still with you. And then Valtor died in the goblin pits. And then you also were tasked just by a favor to transport Lady Mirabelle from Fort Belawarian to Port Nyanzaru because her boat got assailed by frost giants. And all of her crew died. So she is traveling with you as well. So again, you had 4 traveling with you. 2 of them died.
And who got tortured by the drow in the camp?
Mara Tenri.
Okay. So down to one of the 3 left and Grandma.
Correct.
Okay.
That's correct. All of which, technically Jakob is going to face criminal trial when he gets to Port Nyanzaru because he has been accused by the Flaming Fist for sedition and espionage. So
Everyone does.
yes, to catch you up and anybody else who's playing along, that is the people who are traveling with you. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fine. Then let's get these two back to the port. But I'm coming back out. Guild or not. I can't.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned or not. If we're caught not registering the salvage that we found, and this boat counts as salvage, we're gonna have to pay a 50 gold penalty each. And then if we don't pay that and don't surrender the salvage, they'll probably remove us from the guild. So
Unless we kill them before they find out.
killing the whole guild's gonna be challenging, nerd. They've got some powerful
Ever heard of a
mages.
bomb?
Oh God.
Okay, all right.
Gucciamog, could we count on you to potentially keep this a secret?
I know nothing. I know nothing, Flowers. I'm just your
Thank
patron.
you.
I know nothing.
Thank you. What a lovely patron you are. So you see, it's all going to work out. This is our moment.
Oh my God, stop saying that.
Sorry.
I can still make a bomb if we ever need.
On loop in my head.
Noted. Bombs, moments, got it. Part of the list of items was to sort out what's going on with the river. If we stayed out with the boat, aren't we still on guild business?
Yes. I mean, look, you're not wrong. I'm just more worried that...
No, I'm saying we drop off Gucciamong, Lady Crazy, and Jakob.
Oh, like a drive-by drop-off.
Correct, and we don't
talk to them.
We don't go in ourselves. We haven't returned yet. Then we don't have to register the boat yet.
I don't know. Where's the Dragonborn's ears? I don't know where their ears are.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think of that. That's actually quite genius. Like kind of just slide in and then slide back out.
Correct.
That's so smart. Like, because then we've never officially stopped.
Try not to sound so surprised I said something smart. Just try to dial down the surprise in your voice. Maybe next time.
Sorry.
It's okay.
However, we won't be able to get a rest in. So
We
I might
could.
have to be helpful in a fight.
Well,
We could...
I'm running out of potions.
I can drive this thing for a while all of you rest if we do it along the coast.
Not sure how I'm going to make potions in here, but I could try, I guess.
True. Maybe we rest first before we go?
I think we could rest. I think we lost Bex. Oh, there she
I was going to say she froze in a really good position. Did we catch that?
I don't know what is going on. My Discord keeps freezing. This is like the third time. I think it's the first time you guys have noticed.
My
Good.
my Roll20 just froze and kicked me out, so we'll see what happens there too.
Yeah, it was a good pose for you, Bex.
Okay.
So, just the rest of you take the next... I'm not saying moment. The next bit of time to rest and recover and sleep, and and you see him walk over and he puts his hands back on. I'll drive. It's fine.
Yeah, as you expect, when you put your hands on the console, the boat moves forward. And you're just going along the coast. You're not going out over the water.
No, I think the only over the water would be across the river to get to the coast that Port Nyanzaru is on, and then staying like beach/water, like where they meet is probably where I would stay.
Perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so you go up to about where the mouth of the river would be right south, or right north rather, right downstream of where the plesiosaur was that you found. And maybe like with the washout of everything, maybe it's at the body of the plesiosaur just for interest. The beheaded sea beast that was dragged up onto shore. And at this point, you see it is riddled with these barnacles that have like latched on to the detritus, rather the carcass, and they're like just taking advantage of the carrion there. They're carnivorous, so they're munching down on that, and you can just sail right past it using your floating skiff. And
As we pass, Phoenix,
Yes.
you mentioned a bomb. Could you get rid of that? And he'll point at the carcass.
Well, we can see what I can whip out with the materials I have. I don't have a whole lot of materials to make bombs on me.
I think I might have some oil. I don't.
Yeah, Phoenix will look through what he has to see if he has any materials for making a bomb.
man, let me look at your character sheet since you can't.
Yeah. Not really from me.
Inventory.
Unless
You probably have
suddenly-
a whole bunch of explosive chemicals, let's be real.
You have a lamp, lamp and oil that you could like turn into some kind of fire.
Yeah.
And a tinderbox. You don't have much that would be like explosive. Lady Mirabelle
I'm trying to
has.
think of all the... I guess he doesn't technically have it, but I imagine he carries a lot of chemicals around with him. All kinds of... and dead things.
Let me see. Lady Mirabelle
Not
would
to
have
like...
like.
say no, it's fine. I just thought...
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know.
She would have like pyrite, and like some like house cleaner supplies that you could combine into some kind of like a pyrite's not a house cleaning supplies, but she'd have something that you could like put together to decimate a dead body over time. She's like, I can see what I can muster if it's something that is really bothering you. Ren, was it?
Lorelai, you've got fire, correct? Some, didn't you, with the flowers?
Produce fire.
So explosives and fire.
Correct.
Go well.
I don't love the idea of those barnacles feeding on that thing and becoming whatever they're becoming. If that's part of the problem.
But dear, if it's bothering you, why don't we just get rid of it? Or I don't want you to be thinking about it the whole time that we're traveling. It's going to be cumbersome.
I thought it'd be easy to do from the ship and sort of a drive-by. Are those things? No, they're not things. Just as we pass, a float by.
We used to play a game at seminary where we would ring the bell and then we would run. We call it Ding Ding Ditch. It's a bit of
throw grandma at it.
a bit of. Oh dear!
Oh God, Phoenix, don't tempt me. Don't. We're already over
Look,
capacity.
if it really bothers you, I can help you. I have my nephew gave me this wand and it's only for self-defense, but truthfully it recharges in the morning and I can just poof and it will be gone.
Then, by all means,
Kapoof!
madam.
And she shoots. She points her wand at this thing, and you see like this tiny mote of like light go into the plesiosaur, and nothing happens. She's like, maybe it was a. The plesiosaur just explodes into a mist of blood. She's like, oh, okay, well.
All right. Now can you do that to the guild?
No.
No,
I'm going to
that's-
the
no,
guild.
that is not- no.
I did you a favor by pretending that what you were saying was just adolescence ignorance. But
Phoenix was kidding, maybe.
I was.
Sure. All right, and Ren will walk back to the console, put his hands on, and start to resume the turning right and left.
yes, as the boat just you're leading the boat just as this like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very subtly. All right. As you are going, it's not quite evening yet. This is the afternoon block. So again, we've split our travel days into 3 blocks. And with you being on a boat, you can travel 2 squares per day if you travel during all 3 or if you travel during 2 of the 3 2 of the 3. Whereas previously you could have traveled 2 squares per day if you traveled during all 3, but on a boat you can travel 2 squares if you travel in 2 of the 3 8-hour blocks. So in this afternoon, you do not get a rest, but the rest of the party, you will benefit from a long rest in the afternoon block, or the afternoon block of day whatever it is between Fort Belluarian and here. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be day 5 of your trip from Belluarian to Port Nyanzaru. Ren, as you are leaving the eastern shore of the River Tiryiki, you do see those simian creatures. Let's see if I have art of them. They put the name in the handout, so I'm going to put that there, but I don't. You can decide if your characters would know the name or would not know the name of these monsters, these creatures. But they are called Su monsters. They're just almost simian, almost bat-like creatures that hang from trees along the shore of the beach, and they're kind of just hanging out, watching you travel at night as you are lit up by the moonlight, or the evening sun here. But you are able to travel without being accosted in your afternoon, and as the sun slowly dips down over the horizon, you can begin to see the lights of Port Nyanzaru a little bit closer. Are you doing anything during your skiff piloting?
I'm having the cat kind of prowl the what do you call it, the railing, kind of on at least the shore side, kind of looking, trying to stay, I don't know, awake-ish, focused, but I'm sure I'm sleepy. So it's more of the cat doing laps and checking the water and checking the beach line.
Okay. Yeah. There's a number of places where there are like Deinosuchus, like big crocodiles, big alligators that are like sunning on the beach. There's probably like an area of clearing where they're not. And then you realize the reason they're not there is because there's a big predator. There's a big giant snapping turtle laying and sunning itself on the beach. And so like all the crocodiles and Suchomimus have like gone away from that. So you're very careful. You can either go around in the water or around on the shore. But you just see this very large, 15 foot in diameter snapping turtle sitting on the beach. If you give it a wide enough berth, it doesn't bother you. But yeah, the cat is very careful to be like, oh yeah, don't go over there, go over there. But you're largely unbothered during your travel. I don't want to call it a watch because it's really not a watch. It's broad daylight.
Yeah.
But during your time alone, you're not bothered. What do you do as the sun, as the sun draws down and the day draws near to the end?
I think I just keep pushing. I think if I thought we could get to the port pushing through my own rest or pushing through all 3, I probably would, even though I'm sure it would be detrimental. But
okay,
so it's more of just, despite the encouragement of figuring it out, I don't know how to make it go faster. So it's just more like, well, then I just have to keep going.
That makes sense. For those of you who are resting, as Ren is guiding through the afternoon block, evening comes around, and it's kind of like that moment where, I don't know if you ever experienced this as an adult. I certainly haven't. I just can't sleep anymore. Like my body, it's been 8 hours. I've tried to rest, and my body just doesn't want to rest anymore. I've never experienced that. I have kids, so I don't know what rest is. But yeah, you come to the point where like evening approaches, it's about to be night, and you are finding yourselves rousing. Why don't you talk us through that? As Ren doesn't wake you up. Ren just decides he's going to drive. Who's the first person to kind of come up out of that rest state?
I feel like Lorelai would be, having been sick and sleeping, and then kind of being able to sleep it all off. She's finally like, all right, I'm ready to go. So I would get up and I would go to Ren. So,
Oh,
how
hello.
goes the thinking? Have we figured
We're
out
not-
how to make it go faster?
We're not going to do this again, are we?
No, you're right. Terrible,
Okay.
terrible. How are you at the very least?
I'm fine. Are you feeling better?
I've stopped throwing up, so I would say yes.
Would you do me a favor, since I can't leave this console? Would you check on Sage for me, please?
I mean, I totally will. I do just want you to know that you probably could leave the console, because again, it's all in your mind. Do what you want. Do what you want. I'm gonna go that way, and I'm
But
just gonna
Sage is
go check on Sage.
As you are mentally thinking about Sage, you taking your hand off the console there doesn't cause it to lurch to a stop, because you weren't thinking about if I take my hand off. You're thinking about, please go check on Sage. And there's just that moment. I'll let you decide whether Ren picks up on it or not. We, the audience, see confirmation.
No. Like puts his hand back so quickly.
Exactly.
Super dumb. Thinks he dexterously saved it.
We, the audience, see the confirmation that
That's not the case.
if Ren took his hand off, it didn't lurch to a halt. But Ren doesn't pick it. Oh God, I almost killed us all. Like, perfect. Well, when you go check on Sage, Sage has what you had done some research prior to coming here, because you weren't coming empty-handed. You came with without your family's blessing, as we know, but you didn't come without your family's knowledge. So you had done your research. Sage has maddening, what's known as the maddening cloud or the maddening fog, or some kind of there's this just malevolence. Some people say it's malevolence. Some people say that it's airborne microbes or something like that. I've raised a different theory, but the fog in in Cholt is dangerous. That's why so many camps are elevated off the ground where the fog doesn't reach. And because Sage ingested a bunch of this, she is ill. So, but you know that her vitals check out, her pulse is fine. She's just probably very dizzy. Probably needs an emesis bag, or to throw up over the side or through one of the holes in the floor. But she is well but unwell.
Yeah, I would just sit there and kind of rub her back. Talk to her like my mom would. Like, you're going to be all right, darling. You just, better out than in. Just let it go. Just let it go. That kind of thing.
Perfect. Who's the next person to wake up as Ren is kind of taking the solo, or taking the shouldering the burden of travel that day afternoon?
I would say probably Eureka.
Yeah, what's that look like?
He would wake up and stretch a little and be like, "Oh, we're still traveling." Feeling, above the air is not something new to him, so it was probably semi-comforting. And he would probably just look up and try and see exactly where they're at. He likes getting drove around.
Cool. Yeah,
Important.
I would imagine you looking at as an anhinga. I don't know if you guys know the double-crested cormorant or the anhinga, the water birds. They put their wings out. They're just these wet, ugly, really excellent swimmers, terrible flyers. I would imagine that now that the rain is starting to slow down, you're kind of airing out your feathers. You're ruffling them to get the water out of them. So you're just kind of enjoying a nice little air dry. Cool. Phoenix, do you ever wake up during this, or do you just allow it to pass?
Yeah, meanwhile, he's gonna want to make the potions so we can cast spells. And if Yarko's up, he might try to get Yarko to do some free labor for him.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm up.
Yeah, Fennec will get out the bag that's holding the cat's body and just hey, can you help me clean these off?
What's body?
The cat, remember?
The tabaxi.
Not the cat.
Oh.
The tabaxi. Which is better and worse at the same time. Fenix had gone into the maggot pit of the goblin camp that ambushed you guys and taken out as much of Voltor Kindtrue's body as they could. And they now have a
I think
body.
someone else went in. Felix didn't go in.
Oh.
Felix isn't that stupid. He makes someone else go.
Yeah, somebody else collected the body. Maybe Gucci.
Yeah, I would help. Whatever they do. Wouldn't bother me.
Is this happening in line of sight of my driving?
Everything is in line of sight of your driving. It is the console is at the back of the boat, facing forward. Literally everything is in your sight. The orbs are the only thing that are not in your sight.
Yeah, he's gonna get, if he can, Yarko to help him clean all the bones off that he has. Get rid of the maggots the best they can, just yeet them off the boat.
Does Yarko eat maggots? Because they're a bird. You...
Probably
He could also
consider it
eat them.
delicacy. Slimy, but satisfying.
All right, calm down, Boomba. Well, in that case, it is quiet because it sounds like it's quiet. As you have your respite, you're not having to walk, you're not having to clear brush. Like this is an absolute respite. To the south, you can see the floodplains that the Trial of Initiative occurred at. The sort of like struggle sites, the place where so many people were. You can even see the burn marks of like pockmarked soil from all the flame spells that went off during the initiative trial. Maybe you have some of the recognition of like, oh yeah, that's the little copse of trees that I picked up those twins from, and flew them back in. Maybe you have that recognition, maybe you don't. We pass by the exact scene that you guys saw. And as you approach Nyanzaru, you see the city. You know that if you travel at this rate without interruption, you will pull into the city the next day. You have to decide whether you want to go, how far you want to stop outside the city, whether you want to park your boat in the floodplains, if you want to try to sneak it into the dock ward. What's your story here? How are you going to get to Port Nyanzaru without being in Port Nyanzaru?
I mean, Ren, how close do you think we can get before we're noticed?
Is being noticed that much of a problem? Just have Gucci take Jakob and the lady to the guild.
Correct. That is the idea. I just, don't want to leave them too far. Like, what do you think? 4-hour walk?
No, I'm saying we take them to the docks and turn around. We don't have to disembark.
You think that would fly? Pun intended.
I think we're on guild business and we're not done yet.
Okay, all right. You and Yariko, of course. Well, and Gucci, but that's beside the point. You work for the guild, so if you're saying that we go to the docks, but we don't disembark, we're still on our mission?
I'm saying part of my mission was to bring whoever back from the jungle, but then inside the guild is many written objectives, one of which being figure out what's wrong with that river, and I think we have an idea.
Sure. I guess I'm just checking on the
Also-
semantics of the situation.
Also, we have to figure out what's going on with the Pluvial Terror.
Oh
We
yeah.
shouldn't
You
get
guys,
back in until that.
you guys didn't kill that thing. Yeah, that.
I'm not going back for that thing. God.
I don't think we're quite qualified for that mission.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I only saw it for like half a second, and it was yeah,
I saw it for way more than half a second, and no. But
Let's.
I mean, eventually, sure.
Yes, I mean, one day. Not today or tomorrow,
Sure.
but one day.
Sure.
Gushimog, again, semantics, of course. Do we have to be the ones to turn in these missives, or as our patron, could you turn in the missives from Belawarian?
oh yeah, I can do it. I mean, I'm gonna have some questions to answer about
Where we are.
Parn, him not making it. I'm gonna have to answer. I'm gonna get in a little bit of trouble for that, to be honest.
Oh, don't worry,
Especially
I have him still.
especially coming home without his body. I mean, you can give me the body, and we can try to do resurrection on it. But I mean, haven't seen what we saw with those.
I'm pretty sure we buried the body because all that's
Then if
left
we'll
was
give
the vascular
him some of the
system
copper that was
made
left.
of Copper.
We buried copper, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we can call that a body.
This is what I have left.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him we buried it because I really don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And I don't want to tell him about the. Listen, if people find out that something's stealing the dead, the guild's gonna lose a lot of business because like that insurance policy is what keeps most people willing to do the dangerous stuff. It's because us patrons bring them back to port and then revive them. There's really no threat of death. If there's threat of permanent
Oh, so
death,
it'd be super bad if word got out.
it'd be really bad, nerd. Really, really bad. We should not let that happen. Listen,
Right.
why don't we park in Tiryuki Anchorage over by the dino pens, and I'll take this lot into town for you, and I'll get paid for your missives, and I'll deliver. And he looks at Jakob and he's like, I'll lose Jakob in the city. I don't think he really deserves to stand trial. He's been so pleasant. I'll just lose him. And Lady Mirabelle, I'll make sure she gets over to the Sage's tower, and I'll check in with you guys.
I think that's a great plan. That sounds lovely. Wonderful.
Do we need to wait around, or can we drop you off and leave?
I mean, if you want to get paid, I'll have to run in and run out. But if you don't mind, I mean, look, it's just here. He'll look at your contract, which means I need to look at your contract. You're guaranteed to be paid 30 gold. So he's like, he'll just give you 30 gold. He's like, hey, here's the contract. I mean, I'll just take your payment, and you can have mine out of my pocket, and we'll consider this thing done.
Is it 30 gold per person?
30 gold per party to be divided amongst the company.
All right.
Above table, what was Yarko and Ren's for rescue and recovery?
I believe you are to be afforded 50 gold, 50 to 75 gold per person, depending upon their level in the guild. So if they are level 1 guild Asper guild members, you're to be paid 50 gold. If they are above a level 1, obviously they put a little bit higher reclamation like prize on their higher tier members. So for delivering the technically you haven't delivered them yet, but if Guchmog attests that you delivered Sage, Lorelei, and Phoenix, you would be paid 150 gold to be divided amongst the two of you for the safe delivery of those two back to the city. The other mission then sent you on was to find information on the Pluvial Terror. So in theory, if you delivered information like, it camouflages in the rain, they would probably pay you like a small finder's fee for that. If you found like the place where it was nesting, they would give you a bunch of money for that. If you killed it, they'd probably make you, a local town hero. I actually have like a legitimate missive typed up for the mission to Fort Belawarian. So all the missions will type up like this. So you can see that they'll have, it'll be a legit contract typed up for the mission. I'll have to create one because I forgot to make one for you guys, both Ren and Yariko. So I will make one before next week. Malcolm, will you pop that in the stream team chat for me? Appreciate that, friend. Cool. So again,
As Guchamog hands over his money, Lorelei's gonna grab it first before anyone else, specifically Sage, and I'll count out 10 gold and give it to Phoenix, and then I'll keep the rest and just say, "Oh, I hold on to this for Sage." She knows.
Oh, what about Mr. Body?
Does not count. You've said many
He
times he's not
absolutely
alive.
does count.
No,
Are
he
you saying
doesn't.
dead lives don't matter?
You said he's not alive many times.
He's
It
not
still
what?
matters.
No, he
You
doesn't.
saying dead people don't matter? You
No,
hate
they
the dead?
don't. Yes, I do.
See, this is why your mother doesn't love you.
nerd, I just gotta, remind you, not to mention any of that in Nyanzaru. Section 4 specifically talks about the sanctity of the dead, and improper disposal, including dumping, desecration, reincarnation, cremation. Those are offenses in the law of Nyanzaru. Just don't do it inside the city. Guchamog with like the exceptional moment of like legal clarity here. As you
Well, that's
approach.
not happening, and we both know it. So have fun.
Yeah, I think it is best, honestly, Ren, that you guys just turn around and go.
Yeah.
I think it's best.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Don't get mixed up in this.
You want to take them with you? You can.
Nerd, you coming with me,
Yeah.
or you? No, Nerd's going with you. They've got stuff to learn, right, Nerd?
Well, I almost have a body ready to resurrect. I can't do that in the city, apparently.
Yeah. Nothing. Yep. That sounds to me like you're going with, but just with more steps.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just before Lady Mirabelle gets out, I'm gonna kind of like try to pull her as far to a side as I can, away from everybody.
Well, I mean, okay, you could either do this in the boat or you're approaching. So I put you guys on the map for Port Nyanzaru. And this whole area out here, sorry, I'm pinging with like this lavender color, which is not appearing on the map at all. So let's ping with a blue. No, just black. Okay. Over here, this is called Tiryaki Anchorage. And this whole area is outside the port, technically outside the laws of Port Nyanzaru. It is loosely affiliated, and these are where all the dino pens are kept. But the guild port that you guys were at earlier is all up here. Now, if you don't go up there, you technically won't be in guild grounds. So you could wait for Lady Mirabelle to show up, and then you guys could have this conversation anywhere out here without being at risk of like guild eyes. There are merchant prince police. So again, there's two police factions in Port Nyanzaru. There's the merchant prince, and there is the guild, the reclamation guild. They typically work hand in hand because one is about commerce and one is about reclaiming the jungle, which feeds back into commerce. It's a very good symbiosis. But they typically staff people on these towers. So it's possible that they may see a skiff come in, but frankly, you're not really famous yet. You're kind of nobodies still, which is going to go more to your purpose. So if you and Lady Mirabelle wanted a truly quiet moment, you could wait until you got here. Otherwise, on the boat, I mentioned it's a boat that can fit 8 and you have 9 on it. So like...
My bad. I thought we were already at the port, not gonna lie.
Okay, sure. We can...
That's my bad.
We can 100% say that you're at the port. If anybody doesn't have anything they want to do before we get to that moment in the story. Cool. Then you're at the port. You can pull her aside as far as you want.
Great. Yes. Yeah, so I'll pull her aside, and I'm gonna slip my necklace out just enough so that she can see the emblem on it. Lady Mirabelle, I don't know if you know my family. Quite renowned, one might say, as Merryweathers.
Oh!
But I do need to repay you for the draught I...
No, dear, no! Merryweather, you say?
Yes.
I was friends with, what was his name? We just called him the Pistil. Like P-I-S, like the flower, the Pistil.
Auden?
Yes. We were friends in school. Think nothing of it, dear. It's a pleasure to know that I've helped are you granddaughter or niece?
Yes,
Or,
granddaughter.
well,
Yes.
it's a pleasure to know. I shall call William and Mary, and I shall just I should let them know that you were so helpful to me, and think nothing of it, dear. Nary a thought.
Well, if you just tell them that they owe you whatever that costs, I'm sure my father will give you whatever you want.
Arden gave me many a favor in my youth. I may not look
Let's leave
it,
it
but
to that. Let's leave it to that. Let's leave it at
it's
that.
not like the monk I was talking about. Arden and I were
Oh,
we were colleagues, and it's been many moons since. It'll be a good time for me to drop in and see the good Merryweather estate. Do you still have that jacaranda tree outside? It bloomed so nice in the summertime.
yes, we do. It's it's my favorite tree actually.
Well,
It's gorgeous. It's wonderful.
yes,
Could I ask a favor though?
Oh.
Then, if you are going to go there,
please.
could you tell my mother to stop worrying and tell my father I said hello?
Well, I could, but you know as well as I do, you can ask an oak tree to bend, but it won't, dear.
No,
Merryweather's
that's not how
not.
mothers are.
Yes, I've
Hopefully might.
I've never had the pleasure of being a mother myself, but I like to think that maybe some of the kindness in my life I've given has made me a bit more motherly. And like you can tell, like there's like a feeling, a pang of pain that she's like never gone down that path. But she's like, dearie, as soon as I'm done in Cholt, I'll make the Merryweather estate my first stop.
Thank you. I can't express how much you have been such a wonderful help in these past few days. And the draught, the watching over me and Sage, you've been wonderful, and I'm sad to see you go.
Well, I can go with you.
No, that's all right. You should head into town.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if that's what you want, dear, I think if you ever want a traveling companion or someone to share stories with, I'd be happy to just give me a call. You can look me up in most cities. I am a well-traveled individual. Again, Lady Mirabelle, the last name Thorn. Again, it's been a pleasure, dear. Thank you. And you've been so kind. Thank you for delivering me safe from those nasty giants.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Well, that doodles then. And she'll kind of look at the skiff, if anybody's still in the skiff, and she's like, well, ta-ta. Good luck with your Tiriyiki stuff.
Is she clothed?
She's she's clothed in her like grandmotherly it's not the right term. Like the red hat ladies. The purple hat lady, red hat lady, whatever they are. She has like her bonnet on, and it's like this it's got this little flower on the side of it. Why don't you just give me a perception? Why don't you whisper it to me, Yariko? I'm not going to get back to you on this until midweek, so there we go. Something for me in the future. Cool. Thanks. Well, with that, you lose Jakob, Guchamog, and Lady Maribel. So I'm going to take them out of the party function. Can I show that? No, I can't. Okay. Sorry, there's a cool thing in the DM's side where I can flag different NPCs or PCs as part of the party. And then every time I go to a page, I can literally just click drop party here, and it puts every NPC and PC on the page.
Wait, what?
I'll make a tutorial on it. I'll make a quick video of it. It's in the jump gate though, so I don't know if you'll have it, Malcolm, because I don't think you've converted yours.
Yeah, I have.
The cool thing is there's a really easy way to convert stuff. But again, it's up to you. So that's so again, how soon do you guys ditch town and run back out to the like, it is evening, so it is the beginning of dusk. Do you make any plans to go into town, or
Ren, do you need sleep?
Eventually, yes, but I'd rather not stay docked and sleep in case any inspector or guild member sees this and comes over. I can always pause the ship over a bit of land back on the direction we came from, just outside the port area. Doesn't have to be a dock. I don't think.
I don't want you to push too hard and exhaust yourself. So wherever you think would be best to get to today, or tonight, I should say, for a rest period would be sufficient, I think.
Do any of you need to go into town? Phoenix, do you need to find more corpses? Dig up
That
dead
would be
things?
nice, actually.
Well, I can always take the ship down a bit, rest, and let you all head into town. Feathers?
Hold up, let me just see how many bones I'm missing. He's gonna lay out the skeleton and just see what's all there and what's not.
Feathers, I know you wanted to go to your temple.
This is very true. I'm quite
Well-
worried about the moment that was stolen.
Well, then I'll rest on the ship.
I
You
don't
guys-
mind staying with you, Ren. I have no need to go into town.
No, you need to help me find bodies.
No, I'm good.
I think you should
No, you have
absolutely
to.
help them find bodies. I think you should 100% help them
Exactly.
find bodies. And really, really think about it while you're doing it. Really think through the whole thing. See if it, calmly, steadily, you can control your thoughts as you help them find corpses. Just an idea.
I was dripping with sincerity.
Don't roll insight.
Excuse you. I am the god of gods.
I felt that right here. Ren, I appreciate the thought of helping me steady my thoughts. I just don't know that it's smart to leave you here alone. I know you have the damn cat.
You can take him with you too. Her, it, that. I don't care.
Man, do you think you're just going to sit out here and not get attacked by something? Wouldn't it be better to have someone here with you than no one?
I'm just gonna sleep.
In a floating boat, you're going to
Sure.
take a nap with no one
Sure.
around you to protect you.
I'm not gonna go into the jungle with the boat. I'm not gonna go.
Hardly who I'm talking about right now.
Fine. Sure, then, if you want to stay and keep watch, you can.
Now look who's having steady thoughts.
Okay. Feathers, can you pick me up and I'll toss 5 gold? I need another one of these, and I need a healer's kit. I'm just halfway through mine, so.
I will find you one.
Thanks. Maybe keep an eye on the little one and maybe not let him bomb anything or steal any corpses,
He will live
Speaking
the
of
moment as he
corpses,
sees
are there
fit.
any bones that are missing from the skeleton?
Which skeleton?
The backseat?
I would say that the injuries that Voltor sustained were mostly piercing because they were he fell into a spike pit. The real problem is that he fell into a spike pit 4 days ago, and maggots began breaking him down immediately. And if we didn't describe those maggots were picked off or he was preserved in any way, so he's had 4 days of aggressive maggot breaking down. I'm no forensic scientist, but maggots are good at what they do, and I think that that's one of those things. Like they say,
They do take a while to get the bone, though.
so the bones
was
are
hoping they'd get up
likely
most
all
of the-
there, and they have picked off the meat and skin of this. So you likely have a collection of all the bones of this unfortunate tabaxi.
If there's any like flesh left, maybe you'll take out a jar and pour some what appears to be beetles onto the body.
Yeah, right away.
Just to eat up the rest of the skin.
They clean it up nice. The bones they're not white like skeleton, like a museum bones, or white like textbook bones. They have that sort of like yellowy natural ossification look. They
European style.
they look like very pristinely cleaned bones.
Yeah, well, you'll leave and none of the bones are broken or anything.
No, surprisingly, he fell onto spikes, and he only fell 10 feet, which wasn't really enough to break. They don't look quite humanoid because tabaxi have a very large, very tall, elongated, and like longer limbs. So, but they're humanoid. They're just not human. Yeah, well preserved bones. Why would you like them to be broken?
Oh, no, I'm just wondering so I can fix them.
They're not. Maybe they have. Maybe like the pelvis and ribs would have minor hairline fractions because that's how he fell. But again, he was stopped. He was slowed in his descent by the spikes in the pit. So
Yeah, maybe just to be safe, he'll mix up what almost appears like a glue, but he pours a bunch of human ashes into it, and he'll use that to fill in the cracks.
how morose. I like it. So you're epoxying these bones to make them stronger. All right, cool. Those of you
In my mind, if you use another part of a human, like ash and stuff like that, it would stick better than just like plain glue.
For legal reasons, I can't confirm or deny if I know anything about the preservation of human bones. Yeah, for legal reasons.
So, how long do you need in the city, fellas? Phoenix?
Oh, hold on, just let me put the barnacle on this body.
No, Phoenix. No. We're
Come
not
on, it's for
playing.
science.
We're not playing with the diseased barnacle and corpses. No.
But this is important. This is what's causing all the problems.
Well, let's decide
We
that
should see
after
how
we
they
find
develop.
it.
We should see how they.
You
Sound
don't
like
know
they-
you don't know the source of any of that. This is
We'll never know the source if we don't try.
no. We're going to go back to the source. Do not put the barnacle on the
He drops
corpse.
the barnacle on the dead body.
Yeah, the barnacle like crawls, into this little ciliate, and you can see its little pseudopods extend out over the course of the bone. And those of you, well, I guess who's still here, because I know that Yariko was going to the temple of Savras. Would you have left already?
Ren was still talking to me, so I wouldn't have.
Okay.
liked that.
So those of you who notice the tendrils to kind of reach out and wrap around the bone, and then they have these tiny little like a jellyfish has prongs on their tendrils. Their tendrils aren't actually like straight. They have like these little like barbs. That's the word. So as these tendrils go out around the bone, the barbs latch in to the bone, and they strangle onto the bone, and it appears to latch to the bone and adhere to the bone, but the bone does not animate. Sorry, my backyard light keeps lighting up, but there's nothing back there. It just distracts me.
Expecting it would need to grow more. And now we wait to see if it grows more.
I'm gonna walk over to Sage and kind of check on her and go put her through another medical check and just feed her some cold water if I can and damp towel on her forehead.
She appears to be like the worst is behind her. She appears to kind of recover. She's less pallid. Her sweating has decreased. She's got a little bit of muscle tone left. So if like if you're checking her, just a general checkup, she's appearing a little bit better. Yariko, I think you're the only one that's actually going into the city because Phoenix is working on the corpse.
Phoenix will go now that he has the barnacle starting to grow already.
Okay.
He's just gonna leave it to grow.
Yariko, do you fly? The most of the bad weather's past you.
Yeah, so Ren did ask me how long I think it would take. Didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I asked you and Phoenix how long you needed.
If I'm just going to the temple and getting you a med pack, not very long. Did you want me to try and collect any of the gold that we're owed while I'm in, or avoid the hall?
I don't particularly need to drag gold into the jungle.
Understand.
I don't see any need to use it in there, but the med pack I do want, and if you and Phoenix aren't going to take too long, we can stay docked for a bit. I can at least get a short rest in.
Thomas, what I know is there's always somebody at a temple, or is it like standard business hours, Monday through Friday?
It is very much I only have a very small window to judge this off of, but my Catholic church growing up always had someone, the doors were always open. And if you went in, somebody showed up because the priest slept on site at the vestibule, like with the house behind the chapel. So in theory, it's always manned, but it's always attended, but it's not always, the person's not always present. So if you go there, Savras, being the god of like divinity and god of like knowledge and extracorporeal knowledge, would know when someone is coming to his temple and notify his priests. So like if you go there, there will be an attendant there for you. Maybe not for the general layman who just walks across and is like, I think I'll go to the temple today. Like maybe they don't have someone at the ready, but if you go to a temple, there will be someone there.
I would look to Ren. I would say no more than an hour or two.
Well, then how about I'll stay moored up here. You and Phoenix get what you need to get done, and I can get a brief rest. Let Lorelei keep watch, and then we can go.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
That works perfectly fine. And as I get ready to leave, I will walk over to Lorelei and hand her my signed copy of Volo's Guide to Monsters. In case you want something to read.
I mean, I always want something to read, but I think I'm supposed to be keeping a watch. But I'll take it nonetheless.
The end of every sentence, look up.
The cat can keep watch. You can read. And you see Ren now sets up his pack and his blanket over in the corner of the boat, and he's starting to lie down.
Yeah. If Phoenix happens to be walking in at the same time, I would walk with him. Otherwise, I just head in.
Okay. Just to give context to where you guys are going, I've realized that I dropped the guild. I previously manufactured where the guild was, and I put it exactly over the Temple of Savras, because at the time, y'all didn't have any clerics. So I was like, oh, F these stupid temples. And now you do have clerics. So up here in the northern wards, the western wards of the city, because the map is 90 degrees rotated. This is the Temple of Savras, so the guild hall will be directly next to it now. So again, that is where you were headed, is to that temple here. Phoenix, in your brief stint in this city, there are a few places where you could go to collect dead bodies. You could go to any one of the temples, because the temples would be where people are prepared for their final rites. You could go to the guild hall, but the guild hall is not going to want you to have dead bodies because they're going to turn those dead bodies into living bodies. And alternatively, when people die in the executioner's run, which is both execution, judgment, and entertainment, They put people like convicted criminals in on one side, and they run through. And there's always something in the pit, depending upon what the Dino Masters and Task Masters and Beast Masters have captured from the jungle. There's something in there, and if the person makes it through to the other side, they are assumed absolved of all of their crimes, and returned back to society, possibly as a celebrity or as at least at the very, very, very least, absolved of their guilt, because it is assumed that the gods have decided that they should survive. So there's a brief stint between when the bodies that the executioners run don't make it and before they are chucked in the waste refuse outside the city on the west side. So those are the three places
Right
you
next
could...
to Guchamug's house.
Right next to Guchamug's house, which we previously said was this, thank you, Malcolm, is this shed behind a building behind the old city. This tiny little lean-to with 3 walls and half of a roof. I imagine it like when you see the lean-tos in Jamaica, like Jamaica, the country of have and have not. And I mean no pejorative definition by it, but like have and have nots. That country has a very big disparity. That's where Guchamug lives, right next to the refuse pit. So those are the 3 places you could get bodies from, Phoenix. Do you have a different place you would want to go to get bodies for your research?
I don't know if he has a nice. Well, the main reason he wanted to go get bodies was so that he could get extra parts if he needed for our cat friend.
The cat friend is fully composed, so if that's the only reason you need bodies, you don't have to go at all.
Well, he might want to go buy totally not sketchy materials to make potions or bombs.
All right.
Bombs are now a thing.
Bombs are now a thing in D&D. We will be substituting them with, I don't know, I'll come up with some kind of grenade type explosive that we can toss. Okay, so Yariko, you are heading solo into the city as Phoenix will be going to the Grand Bazaar to buy a collection of eclectic supplies in hopes that they react volatilely.
I would also head to the bazaar just to get the med pack.
Okay.
You don't have to RP that.
No, it's a very easy exchange. That is a readily purchasable thing because it's a mundane healing pack. You're not trying to purchase healing potions, which are, in their own right very hard to come by. But healers kits are easier to purchase. So by all means, chop off the money, add the item to your inventory, and then you can hand it back to Ren upon that need. And then you can continue on to the Temple of Savras. That's your objective there?
Yes, sir.
Cool. I think it's 5 minutes till. I don't want to. Yeah, my better judgment. I'll call it there.
Yeah.
We'll start next session with Yariko at the Temple of Savras, with Phoenix, Lorelei, Ren, and Sage down here in the Tiriyaki anchorage. And you are now bereft of Guchamug the Blade, Lady Mirabelle, and useless merchant Jakob Press. And that's a good place to stop, I think. Unless anybody disagrees. Cool. Well, then, 1 second, guys. I'll be right back, and I'm going to close this stream out, so... Cool. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining. So, kind of fun. Again, thank you for joining. It's kind of a nascent stream of ours. We don't really practice or rehearse anything. We are, again, running the Tomb of Annihilation campaign, or kind of what we imagine to be the reforged Tomb of Annihilation campaign. Something that is keeping us both entertained and inspired. The whole point of this campaign, or this channel, is to make people aware that being a DM is kind of stressful, but also not problematic. So if you're here for that, or if you're enjoying any bit of this, just like and subscribe. Honestly, don't like, just subscribe. I don't care. Join us on our trip here and let us know that kind of what we're talking about is resonating with you. And we'll see you next week. All right. Thanks.